So I think the name of Rabbi David Hoffman is alive and well here tonight. So, Shemot, names, the parasha for this week, and the beginning of a new book. I'm just going to give a short summary of the parasha, and then I'll go into talking about it. So, a new pharaoh of Egypt enslaves the Israelites, then demands that all Israelite baby boys be killed at birth. Baby Moses' mother floats him in the Nile in a basket sealed with bitumen. Pharaoh's daughter finds him and takes pity on him. Miriam, Moses' sister, watches from afar and mentions to Pharaoh's daughter that she knows of a Hebrew nurse who can look after him. And this Hebrew nurse, of course, in fact, is Moshe's own mother. So after being raised by his own mother in the Egyptian palace, the young adult Moses kills an Egyptian taskmaster who was beating an Israelite slave. Moshe then flees to Midian, where he marries Zipporah. Later, he encounters God at a burning bush. He then returns to Egypt with the aim of freeing the Israelites with God's help. Pharaoh, of course, refuses to let the Israelites go, and God promises to punish him. So the parasha is called Shemot because it begins with a list of names of the 12 tribes of Israel. But there is one name later on in the parasha that trumps these names, and that, of course, is the name of God. On hearing God's instruction to free the Israelites, Moses asks God in a humble manner what God's name is, so that he can tell the Israelites who sent him to free them. God responds, Ehyeh asher ehyeh, meaning, I will be what I will be. Moses doubts that the Israelites would believe him, and he doubts himself, able to carry out such a huge task, particularly as he has a speech impediment. God goes on to reassure Moses that all will go well, because God will be with him and tell him what to say. God reminds Moses and us that with God's help, anything can be overcome. Moreover, whatever one might need is often sitting right under our nose. A conviction from within ourselves to do the immense task, whatever that may be. God's response to Moses, Ehyeh asher ehyeh, I will be what I will be, is enigmatic. It is not a straightforward answer. It's not a straightforward name. What does it mean? Scholars suggest that I will be what I will be points to how God will manifest himself to the people. There is not one singular way that God will encounter the Israelites, or the corollary, not one single way that the Israelites will encounter God. Each person would experience varied qualities of God. God will appear to the person in the way that God will appear to the person. Yet all these aspects of God that appear to the people are united as one in God when we say the Shema. Adonai is our God, Adonai is one. In contemplating the statement, I will be what I will be, I wonder if the statement might point to a progressive nature of God. There is a lot of future potential wrapped up in the phrase, I will be what I will be. Potential to shift, change, to not remain static. It's different to saying, I am what I am. that is more static, isn't it? And in fact, I am what I am is, in fact, another translation of Ehyeh Asher Ehyeh. However, it's not the correct translation. The actual literal translation is, I will be what I will be. Perhaps God is progressive, just like us and our movement. I'm not suggesting that God is a progressive Jew. In any case, to think of God as Jewish would be weird in itself, wouldn't it be? But perhaps there is a strong progressive aspect to God. As Israel and Gaza are now poised for a ceasefire, we see the emancipation, the freedom of some of the hostages. Like God is with Moses when faced with difficulty, may God be with the hostages too, as they, and please God, the whole region strive for freedom and for peace. Ken Yehi Ratzon.